The death is inevitable reality for all of us. While thinking about the death makes some people nervous, it makes others happy. For those who believe in hereafter, that is a good thing. But for those who don't believe, it's a bad thing. Because for those who believe everything will not end after death, they will have eternal life. Therefore, death is a beautiful thing for believers. But for those who don't believe, that's a bad thing because it's an absence as separation. Well, what will happen to us after dying? Will we be absent? Will we be soil? Or is there an infinite life? Yes, friends, the existence of endless life is a very important issue for people because there's an inevitable death. What? Is there really an infinite life? Let's examine this issue with a few examples. For example, imagine that a very rich, compassionate, benevolent person takes you to his home when you are freezing cold. He has prepared wonderful dresses for you on the first floor of his house and gives them to you. On the second floor, he has prepared great meals just for you and offers them all to you. On the third floor, he has lined up the latest technological devices for you and he gives it all to you for free. On the fourth floor, you meet your family and have a great time with your family. At that moment, you realize that merciful person gave the same trees to your family before you. Then, on the fifth floor, he shows the resort where he will send you with your family and he gives you the tickets he has received. While you are thinking about how beautiful everything is and how merciful that man is, suddenly that man throws your family from the fifth floor one by one and finally throws you. How a silly scenario, isn't it? Does someone so merciful do such an ugly job? Does he finally kill them all after giving them so many trees? Of course he doesn't. Such mercy doesn't accept such ugliness. After so many trees, he will take them to other places and offer trees there. In the same, Allah brought us from non-existence with his mercy to existence. He dressed us in wonderful body dress and he gave hundreds of thousands of kinds of food in the earth cauldron. Later, he gave very valuable devices such as ears, eyes, nose, hands and feet. Then he gave us our parents and loved ones. He even offered them to the same trees. He gave eyes, he also gave landscapes for our eyes. He gave ears and gave very wonderful sound for our ears. He gave tongue, he also gave various flowers for our tongue. Yes, all this as a sign of mercy. Now, is it possible for a person who has such mercy on us to throw us into nothingness, decay and separation after we die, separate us from our family and everything we love, be merciless after showing so much mercy? Of course not. Such mercy doesn't accept such an ugly work. The one who is infinitely merciful wants to show mercy forever. For this, he will create an eternal life. He will not destroy us. The one who is the owner of endless trees wants to give trees forever. So, he will create an eternal realm and he will give us trees there forever. Now friends, we will make a great comparison. First of all, let's look at our situation in the womb. We have hands, feet, eyes, ears, nose, but we cannot use any of them. We were just cut-fed. Because that environment is not enough to use what we have, another realm is needed. At that very moment, birth takes place and we come to a very different place where we can use all our devices to the earth. Yes, here is a great place according to a mother's womb. And we can use here our hands, feet, eyes, nose and ears, which we cannot use there. However, we have devices in this world that we cannot fully use, like our soul and our heart. Both want eternity. But here is the mortal world. There is no infinite here. There is no area where we can use those devices. So, we will go to a very different place than the world where we can use those devices. Just as Allah created me and put me in my mother's womb and He gave me organs like hand, foot, eye, ear, etc. and then brought me to a realm where I would those organs. So He cut me off from her womb. In other words, I died in the realm in the mother's womb and came into existence in a new realm. I can use those devices here. That is why Allah, who does this, will take us there so that we can use our heart and soul, which we cannot use in this world, in another realm. So He will kind of cut us off our connection with this world. Then we will go to an endless realm for the heart and soul, which are our endless desires to the hereafter. Does there be justice? The oppressor stay his glory and the oppressed stay his humiliation and they pass away from this world. Justice doesn't seem quite right. I mean, it's as if those who deserve it aren't given what they deserve. Now, let's think about it. For example, if there is an argument in the circle of friends and one of them slaps the other, in this case, the incident is resolved while there without calling the police. But if one of them stabs and kills the other, then the case will not be resolved there. It goes all the way to the high criminal court. In other words, the court is established according to the size of crime. At this time, there are such cruelty and injustice that their punishment cannot be given in this world court. What court in this world can compensate for the pain of a mother whose son was brutally murdered? So, there's a big court and their account is postponed there because it is not befitting for a person who has eternal justice to leave the rest of the oppressed on the ground and not to punish the oppressor. So, there's a great court and the oppressed will live in bliss forever while the oppressor will be punished there. This is why the hereafter will be created, that court will be established. As a result, friends, the owner of the endless mercy and kindness wants to give mercy and choice forever. And eternal life is required for the eternal needs of our heart and soul, because this world doesn't satisfy. A person with eternal justice will of course take the right of the oppressed from the oppressor. Therefore, there must be an afterlife.